Is it possible that the winds of change might be shifting the sands of policy and public opinion towards the Middle East? A series of events has led us to a point where this question becomes relevant, particularly in the context of Israel. Today we delve into this topic, tracing the path that brought us here. In late November of 2023, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer voiced his concerns about the rise of anti-Semitism in the United States amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. Describing the situation as a five-alarm fire, Schumer emphasized the need for an unequivocal condemnation of anti-Semitism to prevent further escalation. He noted the feelings of isolation and targeting among Jewish Americans and criticized the lack of solidarity from former allies. Schumer clarified that criticizing Israel's military actions does not equate to anti-Semitism. This speech came at a time when anti-Semitic and Islamophobic hate crimes were on the rise, along with global protests calling for a ceasefire. The following month, in December of 2023, Ukrainian President Zelensky made a visit to Capitol Hill. His aim was to seek US aid amidst the Russian bombings. The Biden administration requested $61 billion in aid, but partisan gridlock threatened the emergency spending package. Schumer criticized the delay, stressing the importance of aiding Ukraine. Despite some opposition, there was solid support for Ukraine in the Senate GOP conference. However, uncertainty loomed over reaching a bipartisan deal on immigration before the year-end recess. Fast forward to March of 2024. Schumer called on Israel to make significant changes in Gaza. He urged the protection of civilians, provision of humanitarian aid, and new elections, criticizing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government. Schumer also supported President Joe Biden potentially conditioning aid to pressure Israel. Some Senate Democrats urged Biden to enforce federal law on humanitarian aid access to Gaza. Schumer criticized far-right elements in Netanyahu's government and Hamas, calling for progress in the conflict. However, not all Senate Democrats agreed on the US approach to Israel's actions in Gaza. Republicans criticized Schumer's stance on Israel and called for respecting Israel's sovereignty. The clash over US support for Israel's military campaign in Gaza impacts negotiations over government funding. In summary, the key points discussed today revolve around the changing dynamics of US policy and public opinion towards Israel. From Schumer's warning of rising anti-Semitism to his call for changes in Gaza, the events of the past few months have highlighted the complexities and nuances of this issue. The debate continues, with differing views within the US Senate and broader public discourse. As the situation evolves, so too will the conversation around it. For now, it is clear that the narrative is far from settled, and the outcomes of these discussions will have far-reaching implications.